So one of the ideas within the book, a core idea, is that of concentration without effort. And that is represented by the first card of the magician, where the magician is holding these items with the tip of his fingers while looking away. What that represents is that, you know, the tools that he's using, the instruments that he's using, he's holding them very gently. He's not gripping them. He's not making an effort to try to dominate or overpower what it is that he's doing. It's very natural. It just flows, right? And that is the result of having a high level of concentration and high level of skill, right? And an example of concentration without effort that the author gives is that of a tightrope walker. So I will read a paragraph. So here he is using the example of a tightrope walker who doesn't use effort, right? He's concentrated on his task, but he's not focused on on performing the trick, right? So, quote, "Look at a tightrope walker. He is evidently completely concentrated, because if he were not, he would fall to the ground. His life is at stake, and it is only perfect concentration which can save him. Yet, do you believe that his thought and his imagination are occupied with what he is doing? Do you think that he reflects and that he imagines, that he calculates and that he makes plans with regard to each step that he makes on the rope?" So that is a really good example which the author gives, is that in that case, right, if he's thinking about failure, he's going to fail, right? You know, whatever it is that you think about, that is what really manifests, right? So you have to do it without effort, right? So that's one clear example. Another clear, more modern example is that in baseball, right? One of the things that these baseball players have to learn how to do is almost not. They have to kind of like get on the field and almost not care about what it is that they're doing. And here's the reason why. So let's say they're at the playoffs, right? It's high stakes. I mean, the entire fan base is watching them, especially if you're the pitcher, right? You're the pitcher. The entire fan base, the owners, the president, the manager, all eyes are on you. I mean, talk about high pressure, high stake environments, right? Now, if you think about that, if you think about letting the organization down, letting your fans down, letting everybody who is depending on you to really deliver, you're not going to be able to deliver, right? So you have to have a high level of concentration, focus on what it is that, you know, focus on the skill which you have practiced many times, except that this time you are in a high stake, high pressure environment. So in baseball, in playoff season, it is very clear that the players have to be very, very focused. These athletes, you know, not only do they have to be in top physical shape, but they have to have the concentration of, you know, an impeccable concentration. So that's a clear example. A clear modern example of concentration without effort is that within baseball, right? So concentration without effort is key. It is foundational, and that is the basis in any spiritual or psychological training, is to establish the mind, to focus the mind, to settle the mind, so that we are able to make the mind serviceable, to make the mind workable, which is one of the ideas that the Buddhist teachers, you know, this is what one of the things that they keep pressing. They say we have to make the mind serviceable. And in order to do that, we have to be able to concentrate the mind and focus it. And then we're able to really, work our magic with it. So concentration without effort is key, is foundational in not only in anything that we're doing in the world, but in our psychological and spiritual development.